Tim, you don't have to look very hard to see the Leafs in the Eastern Conference standings right now. They are, let me just check.
Wait a second.
First.
There they are.
8 points on top of the mountain and on top of a lot of tough teams in that thing called the Metropolitan Division,
right? Which
we haven't really referred to. Let's talk to him right away from the Toronto Maple Leafs winner last night, James Van Riemsdyk. James, welcome to Tim and Sid. How you doing?
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
All right, first things first. How fun was it with the GM of the U.S. Olympic hockey team in presence to have a very solid hockey game last night and make your case?
Yeah, I kind of didn't even realize it until after the game. I put it all together. I wasn't really thinking about that aspect of it. But again, looking back at it now, I mean, obviously, it's good to help the team get a win. And I think, talking about the Olympics, I think if you're a successful player on your team and you're doing things that helps your team win games during the winter, hopefully you get a chance to represent your country in Sochi. So obviously, I know there's still a long way left to go, but again, that'd be something that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll get to the blue and white, obviously, and where you are. But wearing red, white, and blue, obviously, is something that you want, and Sochi is something you'd like to go to.
Yeah, definitely. I think every player wants to go there. I mean, it's again, I've had a chance to represent my country on a lot of different stages, and every time I get to do it, it's a huge thrill and a huge honor. And at an event like the Olympics, I mean, that's pretty much the epitome of all sports, I think, and it'd be something that'd be pretty special to go there and put on that red, white, and blue sweater.
James, what's working right now? I mean, the easy answer is pretty good goaltending and timely goals. Is it that simple, or is there something else to it with the Leafs right now?
Yeah, I think that's key. I don't think we've played anywhere near where we're capable of playing. But again, I think in the beginning of the year, if you get good goaltending and you, again, like you said, you're opportunistic and you score, bury your chances, especially on the power play, if your special teams are going well. I think our penalty kill has done a great job ever since I got here last year, and that starts with good goaltending and strong play on the defense, and then the forwards, led by Jay McClement back there, or up there, I should say, do a great job of killing the penalties, and I think that's something we'll need to continue to be strong at if we want to have success this year.
We're talking to James Van Riemsdyk. You're 4-1, and you said you haven't played anywhere near the level that you think you can play. Where is that level, and what do you need to do to get there?
Yeah, I think it's just consistency in the way we want to play. I think we've shown flashes of what we need to do, but again, I think Maple Leaf hockey, we want to do things where we're limiting our turnover, spending some more time in the offensive zone, and doing some more things on the cycle. And I think when we start doing that a little bit more, I think we can definitely play some better hockey.
So, given that, are you impressed with a 4-1 start?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, again, at the end of the day, our job is to go out there and win games, no matter how we do it. And I think that's the key thing at this point. I mean, I don't think we've played our best, but we've found ways to win games, and I think, again, that's key stat. Obviously, is what you play for, the wins and the losses. So, again, as long as we keep finding ways to win, we got to just continue to get better day in, day out.
And someone told me you play to win the game.
You do play to win the game.
As Herm Edwards said, yeah, that's what you do.
We can't confirm that. James, quick side note, man, you must be glad to be out of Philly, eh? That's a mess. Seriously, like that's a joke right now. 3 games, you fire a coach? What did you make of that?
Again, I think Philadelphia has shown over the years that they're not afraid to make moves to maybe shake things up if they don't like the way things are going, and they're entitled to do whatever they want to do, obviously, and that's the decision they decided to go on. But obviously, they didn't get off to the start that they wanted. But again, I think they've got a lot of talented players in that dressing room, a lot of high-character guys, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them obviously turn it around. I mean, the year is still very, very young, and I think Craig Berube is going to do a great job with them. He's a guy I had a good relationship with when I was playing there, and he helped me a lot to become the player I am today. So I think he'll do a great job now that he's the head coach there.
James, going back to the deal when you came to this city, and Luke Shen, promising young player, hasn't reached his potential yet. You, promising young player, injuries, hadn't reached your potential yet. You're a first-line guy. Your line is humming, and like we alluded to off the front, you keep this up, you're going to get a plane ticket to Russia next February. Could you have imagined you would assimilate this quickly on this hockey club?
I think the key for me is that just knowing, again, I had a ton of confidence in myself and my abilities and what I could do. And for me personally, I'd shown when I was in Philadelphia and I was given the opportunity to play in those key situations, whether it be playing those top 6 minutes and playing on the power play and getting a chance to do that, I showed that I could produce. And for whatever reason, I didn't necessarily get that opportunity too often when I was in Philadelphia. And when I came to Toronto, Randy showed some confidence in me and put me in those situations and allowed me to really grow and develop as a player. And I think that was just the key for me, is just getting that consistent opportunity from a coach and having a coach showing that confidence in you. And I think from there, my game sort of was able to take off a little bit. And obviously, I'm nowhere near happy with. I want to keep getting better and better. So again, I think I've done some okay things to start the year, but I think again, I want to keep getting better every game.
We had 21 in Philadelphia, 18 in the shortened season last year. A lot of people look at you and say, this dude might be ready to take that next step. What are your personal expectations for this season?
You know what, I try not to get into too much about numbers and that sort of thing. But again, it seems pretty simple, but I think every summer you go into, you want to just get better and better as a player. And I think you get that by having the more experience and playing in those key situations last year. And I think you learn day in and day out and how to become a better professional, how to become a better player and become more consistent. I think that's just the key with any player, is you want to really make sure night in, night out you're playing to the top of your abilities. And I think that's something that I've made big strides in, and that's something I've worked very hard on. So hopefully I can just continue to play a solid game night in, night out.
There you heard. James Van Riemsdyk wants a 45-goal season here in the city of Toronto. He just confirmed it here on the Fan. Book it, put it on the website. That's what he said. Not
do you want
really.
me to hit him, or do you want to hit him?
No, you didn't say that. You didn't. I know you didn't say it. I know you didn't say it.
I'll hit him.
All right, James. Let's go around the block here on some of the other guys around you and situations around this team. Let's start with Phil. He looks looser. He looks more comfortable. And you know him more than other guys because you're on his line. Has the contract and getting that done been a load off his shoulders so far this year?
You know what? I've gotten a chance to know him pretty well over the last year and a half now, and I consider him one of my closest friends on the team. And again, I think even in the last year and a half, he's definitely kind of come out of his shell a lot more. I mean, obviously, he's a great guy. He really cares about this team and about his teammates. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure obviously it's good to get it done. I mean, obviously it was before the season, so he didn't really have to play through games worrying about it. So I'm sure he's excited to get it done. I know he loves playing in this city, and again, he's thrilled to be here for the next 9 years now. I think this year and 8 more. So I'm sure he's extremely excited about that, and we couldn't be happier to have him locked up for that long.
My old man came over this morning with coffee, and he often does that after the Leafs win for some reason. But he came over with coffee this morning, and he said he played some minor pro, so it's kind of a qualifier. And he said to me, man, does Kessel do things that other guys can't do offensively? How good an offensive player is Phil Kessel?
Yeah, again, I mean, he does it I think he hit the nail on the head there. He does things that not a lot of guys can do, and he does it at a very high speed. I think, again, the things that really stick out to him are just offensive instincts. I mean, he sees the ice extremely well. He's a really underrated passer, I think. I mean, his shot's got to be one of the best in the league, and he can get it off in a split second and in stride. And I think, again, he just makes him a very dangerous player. Where not only is he a great shooter, but he understands the game so well, and he can make those different plays. And I've definitely been on the receiving end of a lot of those backdoor tap-ins. So, again, he's definitely a fun guy to play with out there.
James Van Riemsdyk joining us here on Tim and Sid. Bunch of kids on this team, partly because of some injuries that have occurred over the first couple of games. Is there a young guy or one of these freshmen that have come out and just impressed you a lot?
You know, I think again, I've been impressed by all the guys who have kind of stepped in, and it's been a pretty seamless transition. I mean, I think it goes to show the organization has done a good job of creating some depth in the where when guys do get hurt, we have guys that can step in and contribute and do that. But again, I think a guy that's kind of impressed me from day one, I think being out there with him is Morgan Rielly, and he's got a world of potential, and I think he's been a very strong player for us so far. So I'm excited to see how he grows as a player here, because he's definitely got a ton of talent.
James, I hate asking players GM-related questions because obviously that's not your world. But, I mean, Morgan's not going anywhere, right? Like that, it just looks like he's not going to be sent anywhere past 9 games. He is assimilating. He made some tremendous moves last night. He broke up the one play in the third period, started almost a 4-on-1 the other way. This kid looks like the real deal, and he's going to be here for the season.
Again, I don't want to comment on that. It's not not my decision
my
to
bad,
make.
Jays. I hate doing that. I'm sorry.
I know you're trying to bait me into one there, but you know what? Yeah, he's a tremendous player, and I'm sure they're going to decide what's best for him, the management wise. But again, we love having him here, and he's not only a great player, but a great teammate and a great person, and that's definitely I think that's part of the reason why he's made a good transition, I think, so far.
Good answer. Attaboy.
Bad host, James. Bad host.
I will hit him in the break for you.
Bad host.
Appreciate you taking the time. Congratulations on the nice start. Keep her going.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.